Welcome to Variant One Shot. This past Tuesday on CW's Flash, they revealed yet another new speedster. And spoiler alert if you're not caught up with the series, but that new speedster is Savitar. In his brief cameo at the end of this past week's episode, he referred to himself as the God of Speed. It's safe to say he's going to be very different from the Savitar from the comics. Much like Zoom, who in the show is very different from the Zoom that's in the comics. Also, am I the only one who thinks Savitar could be related to Megatron from the Transformers movies? They look shockingly similar. In any case, since he just debuted this past week on the show, I know a lot of you want to know about his comic book counterpart, so I'm going to explain all of that, which is going to be super brief as his history in the comics isn't all that extensive, like at all. Savitar first appeared in Flash Volume 2, Issue 108 in 1995. He's a former pilot from a third world nation. One day he was testing a supersonic jet, and as the jet reached its full speed, it was hit by a bolt of lightning, causing the jet to crash, but also giving the pilot super speed in the process. The pilot, whose real name is unknown, realized he could defeat his enemies with super speed and became obsessed with his newfound powers. So much so, he named himself Savitar after the Hindu god of motion, upon whom all living things were dependent. Which is why in the Flash episode he called himself the God of Speed, because in the comics he named himself after the Hindu god of motion. So, the more you know. After some intense studying of his powers, he discovered new powers besides just speed, and mastered several of them. Like protecting himself in a null inertia force field, give speed to other objects or people, and he can heal himself almost instantly. Savitar's obsession gained himself followers, and he became the leader of a speed cult. But obsession means you're never satisfied. So he found the only other speedster in his time, Johnny Quick. This of course led to a battle, but with the help of Max Mercury, Savitar was thrown forward into present time. This eventually caused a battle with Wally West, but because of Wally's direct link to the Speed Force, Savitar couldn't steal his speed. Long story short, after a race of destruction across the world, Wally trapped him inside the Speed Force. But then in the Flash Rebirth storyline, Savitar managed to escape after Barry Allen had managed to escape from it as well. But when Savitar got out, Barry chased him, and when he touched him, Savitar was turned to dust and killed. This was due to Reverse Flash tampering with the Speed Force, which temporarily made Barry the new Black Flash, and he could kill any speedster with one touch. He also accidentally killed one of Savitar's followers named Christina, when he grabbed her arm after she was attacking him for killing her master. But just like that, that's Savitar from the comics. Savitar's history is short and sweet because he isn't in the comics all that much. Also, like I said earlier, I don't think the show is going to stick too close to the comic version. I think they're going to handpick what elements they do and don't want to keep. But either way, I'm extremely curious to see where they go with his character on the show. But what I really want to see is Godspeed in Season 4.